Hello and welcome to the Chicago Strength Sap UBL draft analysis. You may be noticing I'm not Aquarius. I am Mountaih. She couldn't make this in time due to unforeseen circumstances, and so she asked me for some help. I'm not in this league, so I'm an objective third party here. Just gonna give my analysis. I haven't even really looked at the team that much. So you're gonna get a lot of raw, real, honest reactions here. Okay? If you don't know me, I'm just a draft league player who's friends with Aquarius, and I do content as well. So I had the whole rig already set up. It just made sense for me to help out. So yeah, let's see where to begin. Aquarius is the reigning, defending regular season champion of the UBL and runner-up. Yeah, so I don't know what pick she had, I'm not gonna lie, but I imagine it was like a top 5 pick, because as you can see, she ended up getting Mew as her first pick. Now I was taking a look at the tiers for this league, and Mew is top tier, making a lot of sense, right? So I've never used Mew myself in a draft league format, but like the thing about it is, it's one of the best mons, if not the best, just due to having like the best versatility of any mon in the game, because it learns almost every move. Any move that can be a TM or TR, you know, of any generation, Mew has it. So that's pretty impressive, right? The thing is, I don't know if I would have the balls to draft Mew, because there's a lot of like, you know, there's just so much you can do with it that I would, every week, I'd feel like, ooh, there's probably a better set that I'm not thinking of, you know? And that would stress me out. So I don't know if I'm the right person to play with Mew. I would love to try it one day, but it just seems like a lot of pressure, you know? So kudos for Aquarius, you know, for picking Mew. Yeah, I just feel like, you know, there's just so much you can do. I bet like every week you're probably struggling to come up with the best set. At least that's what I would think, having never used it. But yeah, amazing mon. So I think that the key to having Mew on your team is you don't want to pigeonhole it into one role every week, right? You want to have a team that can do everything, at least somewhat, you know, to a degree. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So basically, you don't want your Mew to always be defensive, or always have to set up like an attack, or always be the hazard mon, or the hazard removal. So yeah, if I was drafting a team with Mew, I would make sure I have all my bases covered. I would make that a priority. So so that Mew could be very unpredictable for my opponent. Next mon here, we have Primarina. Interesting second pick. Dropping down to the 12-point range. Oh, how many points do they get total here? 79 plus 12. Wait, we can just do this. 91. Oh, so they get 110 total. Yeah, so Primarina as the second pick. So I guess the idea here was to get strong fairy type to hit the dark types that might try and, you know, stop Mew. The thing is, Mew has so much coverage that it, you know, a dark type isn't always just a reliable thing. So yeah, I don't know. I guess Primarina, you know, it's just a solid mon. I don't know the exact thought process here, but strong fairy type to help out your psychic type makes sense on paper, right? I'm a big fan of Primarina. It's got some pivoting. I haven't used it in draft, but I've faced a few, and I don't like facing it. It's got some whirlpool stuff if you want to do that, like perish trapping. I'm pretty sure it does that. I think it does. And yeah, you know, not the best coverage, I guess. Actually, its coverage is fine. I think it has Ice Beam, Psychic, you know, Energy Ball even, maybe? We're gonna look this up. I'm not doing a great job here, guys, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have them on in front of me so that I know for sure what their movesets are. Because that's what a professional would do. And I am a professional. Energy Ball, Dazzling Gleam, oh, duh. Moonblast, because that stab. I was like, oh, Dazzling Gleam, nice coverage. Shadow Ball, even. Triple Axle, wow, no shit. Triple Axle. Oh yeah, and Liquid Voice is neat. Go through subs if you want. Calm Mind, of course, is probably the best set in a vacuum. Yeah, great mon. Next, Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen, arguably better than Nidoking. Some have said that to me, and I thought, yeah, right. Nidoking's where it's at. But lately, I'm starting to think Nidoqueen's better. Nidoking just has no defensive. I mean, yes, you have the defensive profile of like being a poison ground type, which is good, but he doesn't have the stats to back it up. Nidoqueen does, and it has sheer force as well, so it's hitting hard. Okay, it only hits a bit less hard than Nidoking, and like it's got enough bulk that it doesn't need to outspeed everything. It's a great mon, and it's probably better as like a hazard setting role than. I don't know why I'm talking about Nidoking so much. In relation to Mew, you know, nice mon, because this takes care of T-Spikes and Stealth Rock that Mew now doesn't need to run if it doesn't want to. Yeah, just like a solid defensive check to a lot of great mons. Like I had Zeraora on my YCL team, and I hated facing Nidoqueen. On my pack team, I hated facing Nidoqueen because I had a very like slow defensive team, and this mon just has the coverage and the power to, you know, rip bulky teams apart if it wants to. Really like this pick. Next, Thunderous Incarnate. Another mon I haven't used. Turns out I haven't used any of these mons, so maybe I'm not the best guy to analyze this draft, but I've used all these mons in other formats, I guess. So I'm familiar with them all. Thunderous, I think, is probably the, after like Zapdos, Zeraora, and Tapu Koko, I think is probably the best electric type. Thunderous Thunderous T is definitely better in rain. Outside of rain though, I would prefer to have this mon. It's faster, and Prankster can be pretty useful. You get the priority defog if you want. Priority Taunt and priority Thunderwave are pretty important. Thunderwave in particular, if you're facing like a mon that's boosted out of control and needs to be stopped, just Prankster Thunderwave and you're good. And it's very powerful. It gets a nasty plot. It's a good pivot. It gets U-turn. I think it gets Hurricane, right? Because the Therian form does. Let's see. Thunderous Professional. I'm a professional. Oh yeah, Knockoff is really nice as well. It must get Hurricane, right? No? Does it not? Wait, does the other form not get Hurricane? Really? Thunderous Therian. No shit. Wow, I guess just, yeah, this whole thing is Thunder Weather Ball. Wow, embarrassing. Yeah, damn. Not even Air Slash. Wow. Okay, well. Yikes. Guys. Oof. Oof. Okay. Good mon though, you know, otherwise, pretty good. Next, Lycanroc Dusk. Now this is a mon I'm familiar with, finally. Okay. I barely even need to look up its moveset. This Mon, she actually said I inspired her to draft this Mon, because this Mon carried me through the CGT. Not carried me, but it was probably my second best Mon after Celesteela. A very strong, fast, with priority rock, stab, attacker. Okay, not to be underestimated. And with Tough Claws, boosting like close combat, Psychic Fangs, Play Rough, almost all of its coverage moves. Unfortunately not Stone Edge, so close combat actually outdamages a Stone Edge, even though Stone Edge is stab. But yeah, fucking amazing Mon. Yeah, gets Iron Head as well. You name it. Good lead as well with Taunt, Stealth Rock. You know, Focus Sash if you want. Swords Dance obviously can just win games. If you position this Mon right, save it till the right time, to a point where just Accelerock can kill the things that are faster than it. Yeah, it can be a game-winning Mon for sure. Gore. So Aquarius loves Gore. You know, she's never really talked about it with me. I just notice it on all of her teams pretty much. And it's got me thinking about it more, because I really didn't think much of Gore. We're going to bring up the move set here, so I'm not talking out of my ass. Yeah, like I know it gets spikes, very important. I think, so the appealing thing about Gore is its speed, of course. It's actually faster than Dragapult, right? 145, yeah. Which is cool. Not that you'd really want to attack Dragapult with it, but it's just good to know. It does have knockoff. It gets recover, toxic spikes, U-turn, stab U-turn. Okay. Offensively, it's not amazing, but 100 special attack is fine. And with like Bug Buzz, and maybe you want like Throat Spray, that could work. It gets Water Shuriken. The only other Mon that gets a Water Shuriken, like other than Greninja, so that can be pretty cool. Yeah, Encore, that's really good on a super fast Mon. I understand why she likes it. Like, oh, and Final Gambit also is cool. That's the move that, it's a suicide move, but you take all their HP with you. The amount of HP you have, you take from them. So you go like max HP, Gore, max speed, Final Gambit. Just delete a Mon right off the bat, if you want. So yeah, I understand why she likes it. I haven't really tried it, even outside of draft. I don't think I've ever used Gore. So I'm not the best person to speak about it, but I think if it got like a really cool ability, it could be nice. Its abilities are pretty meh. Hydration, Sticky Hold, Unburden. Unburden would be nice. I mean, it is nice, but it's already so fast that, like, you know, who cares, right? Bisharp. So Bisharp is not the like quintessential Steel Mon that you want in your draft usually, because usually when you're drafting a Steel, it's for defensive reasons. Bisharp does not really fulfill that, right? Yes, it has like the inherent toxic or like poison immunity. That's good. It has the psychic immunity of being a dark type, which is another type that you kind of want defensively sometimes, right? Because not many types resist ghost. So you want your dark type to be somewhat sturdy. So Bisharp takes a lot of flack in the draft community, because unless you have like another dark type or another steel, people are like, well, you're kind of hurting yourself by having this Mon. But like, you know, I'm looking at Aquarius' team here. It's pretty offensive. I don't think defense has been, you know, really on her mind too much during this whole drafting process. And so Bisharp fits the mold as far as like the team makeup goes. So I like that. It gets her more priority. So some of the strongest priority in the game, which is Stab, Bisharp, Sucker Punch, especially after a Swords Dance. It's insane. Stab Knockoff from Bisharp is also extremely strong. And then Defiant is one of the best abilities for physical Mon. Also something that Thunderous gets, I neglected to mention. Because Thunderous, I'm pretty sure, has like a pretty strong... Oh yeah, Thunderous's attack is 115. Base 115. So you can do, if you don't need Prankster, you do a Defiant set. Just to at least boost up your like utility moves if you want some like knockoff U-turn action on the side. As well, you can still be special, or just go full physical. Gets bulk up. Yeah, Thunderous. Okay, I'm back on the Thunderous train. Choo choo, baby. We're talking about Bisharp though. Yeah, Bisharp. Let's see what moves you get, Bisharp. Because I know you get like low kick and stuff. Yeah. I mean, Iron Head, of course. Poison Jab. Don't need that usually because you have Stab Iron Head for fairy types. Psycho Cut maybe could come in handy. Rock Polish. Oh yes. Yeah, he's also another rocker. Which this team has quite a few of, so probably not the biggest need in the world, but... Oh, Thunder Wave, no shit. Oh yeah, Taunt. Stone Edge. Okay, yeah. So, not too much variability with what you're gonna do with Bisharp, but that doesn't stop it from being a scary Mon. So, speaking of scary Mons, another Mon I'm familiar with, Chandelier. I'm a big Chandelier fan. This Mon has 3 immunities if you use Flash Fire as its ability. Extremely powerful special attacker. Can even set Trick Room if you'd like. If you know me, you know I like Trick Room sometimes. Just the option of it is nice. Solid coverage. And just like being able to spam ghost attacks is amazing. That's what I was saying about, like, say you brought in, say this team was facing a Chandelier. Like, who are you bringing in to face to take Shadow Balls? Bisharp? That's probably getting 2 KO'd, right? So yeah, Ghost Fire is really good offensively, I think. And just yeah, it's just its stats are, its special attack is really high. Now it is a bit slow, so sometimes you might want to put a Scarf on it, and even then it's still not that fast, right? So yeah. Lost my train of thought. I like this Mon though. I've actually just drafted it again in the APA. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, because no one knows my second team in the APA, but currently Chandelier is on it. Spoiler. Miractis. 1-pointer. So probably inspired by Dr. Slacking, using it in COG. Hey, this Mon is, I think it's proved its worth. I didn't think much of it until Dr. Slacking used it. It's like solid. First of all, it has Storm Drain, Water Absorb, one of the water immunity abilities, which is very important in a league that, you know, has like Dracovish, for example, which I'm pretty sure this one does. I'll just confirm that real quick, you know. I feel like the people would want to know. But yeah, it's a great spike setter. Well, not great, but it has the option of spikes. Yes, Dracovish is allowed in this league. Okay. Yeah, you know, spikes. Could be used defensively, really, but it's also, I'm pretty sure it has like pretty good special attack. Let's confirm. Yeah, 106 special attack, right? Stronger than Gore, even. Imagine that. Water Absorb is the ability, yes, not Storm Drain. Yeah, Knock Off, Spiky Shield, which is cool, Synthesis. Yeah, cool mon. I'd like to try it. For 1 point, it seems like a pretty good deal. I'd say that's a good pickup for 1 point. Warturtle, another 1-pointer. I am a big fan of Warturtle. Warturtle takes me back. I'm like a Gen 1 boomer, okay? So I played as a child, Generation 1. Squirtle was my starter. And I'll never forget being so stoked that Warturtle, the evolution of your starter, and he gets so strong, and he's these fucking wings, and he's just like water gunning the shit out of those Geodudes. Anyway, Warturtle holds a special place in my heart, but it's pretty good. With Eviolite, it's bulky as hell. Gets Rapid Spin, Flip Turn, all the nice things about Blastoise, right? It's like probably just as bulky, if not more, than Blastoise. Now you can't use it offensively. I mean, maybe you could, but certainly not as good as Blastoise. Okay, let's get that straight. But it's pretty serviceable as like a niche utility mon. Honestly, it's a strong spinner, and yeah, with Flip Turn now, it's pretty good. I like it. Lastly, Beware. I've been known to pronounce it both ways. We have the Fighting Normal type. Very strong mon. Has the nice Ghost immunity since he's Normal type. Very physically bulky, right? Has Fluffy, which actually gives it a fire weakness, like technically, right? Is that how Fluffy works? Yeah. Yeah, I know things. This mon's pretty no nonsense. Just like has Swords Dance or put a Choice Band on it and you're good to go. Bulk Up even. I don't think it gets any priority, does it? Does it get like Sucker Punch? No. Yeah, no priority. It would benefit a lot from that. It's not very fast, but yeah, good. Like, it's funny that the bulk on this team. I mean, there is bulk, right? You can do bulky Nidoqueen, bulky Mew, bulky Primarina. But like beyond Warturtle, every single mon that she has, you can lean into the offense, and so I think it's a pretty scary team. There's going to be matchups probably that she'll struggle with, I think. I tend to make my teams bulkier so that I can at least like try and prepare for everything. But so like she's going to have matchups where, I have no check to X mon or several mons even. But they're probably going to be in the same position because she has so many offensive mons. So she's really kind of going all in on the offense, I think. And like, putting her skill up against the other player's skill really is what she's doing. She's not relying on like matchups necessarily. It's just like, I'm going to, out of all the offensive mons I have, one of them will probably be able to beat your team, and it's on me to try and play my way into that position. I think that's the approach here. And like, fuck yeah, I dig it. And then, but again, you can go pretty bulky. Like, she's gonna have checks, just not to everything. So, yeah, I like this team. It's pretty exciting, all the players in this league, because they're all very good. She plays Vepsis in week 1. I think he's got a freaky team too. She showed me the matchup. Oh yeah. It's gonna be a good match. Good first week match. I haven't looked at the rest of her schedule or anything. But, yeah, I looked at the whole roster of the UBL. Everybody's good. So, should be cool. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this draft analysis. I was kind of winging it quite a bit, you could probably tell. But, yeah, you know, please tune in for the rest of the matches. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.